Hey, Grinch Tissue here, and yeah, so to follow the amazingness that was Sunflora, we're using a funny team again today. Yeah, we got Falinks, yeah. So I thought, well, okay, this team does look a bit weird. I was originally just gonna build like a Falinks team with like the idea behind it was making it bulky, I guess. Well, not bulky, but like so I can at least take you for hits. Compared to normal, like with dual screens and Tinglu and stuff, but that very slowly just became a TRICKROOM team, basically. So that's why Avalog and across with that. Yeah, also, we're playing with Avalog today as well, just because it'd be kind of funny. But yeah, basically the idea here is to have Grimstyle with Fake Out, and then no Retreat and Falinks turn 1, ideally. It has Focus Ash, so it'll ideally survive the turn. I mean, if you Fake Out something that does have Cloak, then it should be fine. Unless Rap Shotgun, you should really just, you know, search strikes and just hits multiple times. It gets through the Focus Ash, but there you go. Also, Defiant is very nice against Intimidate. Basically, what it does is if an opponent lowers your lowers a stat of some sort, then you get the +2 in attack, which is very cool. Because then Intimidate drop just becomes you getting +1 attack, which is really cool. So yeah. Along with that, those obviously we've got Tinglu for the first time in a good while. I don't think I've never actually used I've used Tinglu a bit out like off camera, but like that would have been back when it was allowed. I haven't played it since then, so might as well try it here. And yes, it's got good old Fisher as it used to play. And yeah, Ruination is very nice to be able to get easier KOs with K-Rex just in case if it's like the early game, though. And that's also what Shadow Shield's also for. Not Shadow Shield, the Ability Shield. Wrong Pokemon. That's what the Ability Shield's for, so they also, Professor Ruin shouldn't lower the special attack for KLX. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, I don't know. it should be fine. Otherwise, it'll probably just be like Life Orb or something, or maybe give that Sash instead of Falinks, but I feel like Falinks probably needs it more. But yeah. Anyway, the other restricted, Necrozma. Yeah, it has Prism Armor as normal, but it also has Weakness Policy, so you can also pair that with what's his name, Grimstyle. Sorry, my mind went blank. My face cam is currently blocking the name. So yeah. But yeah, being able to boost your defenses with that is amazing. That paired with Prism Armor makes it always very bulky. And there's also our TRICKROOM server. Ideally, I would have one more Pokemon TRICKROOM, but the only one that would be Shadow Rider, and that's probably not a good idea. But yeah, well, it's not a bad idea necessarily, but it's probably not great considering the moves that it already has. So, but yeah, Grass Terror makes it resistant to ground moves at least. Fire moves obviously still roll it, but yeah, I think that's the only things that really matter for that. I think, but yeah, well, making like a bad type matchup into a good one. I say that it's still weak to 5, even though I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, all that paired with TRICKROOM is very nice. It's a very mostly got Fake Out too, but it's a nice way to get stuff there. Anyway, Avalog, a bit of a random one. I want a slow Pokemon to add onto the team, besides what we already have. So I thought I might as well go for Avalog. Obviously, you may notice this guy from a video I did a little bit ago. Well, a little bit. It's probably like a year ago by now. I did the battle with Pure Particle. I don't know why I said like that. We did like a type matchup kind of thing, like a gym leader team kind of thing. Where I got stuck with Ice, and then my friend got stuck with Rock. Which, coincidentally, it would be really funny if both of us had Avalog in the end, but only I did. But yeah, this is basically the same moveset as that, basically. I did swap out the ability for Sturdy, just because it's nice, and I also put on a Wide Guard, and I changed the Berry to Gunman Berry. I forgot what the exact stat it boosts, but basically when it goes down to, I think, 25% HP, I think, it boosts the stat. I forgot which one it is in this case. I think it's defense, but Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, otherwise it probably would have been. Well, I don't think a self vest would have really done much, to be honest. um, yeah. Anyway, that's basically the idea of the team. Other than the obvious, you know, Shadow Rider go brr. But yeah. Anyway, basically the idea of this team is to have two different modes. By accident, accident, I guess. One being Trick Room, the other one being the whole Falinks Calyrex offense. Bunga bunga moment. Kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, with that said, I'm going to stop talking until we get to the next battle. Whoa. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, Masquerade, that's new. Well, it's not new, but let's see it very awesome. Also a bit of a fun fact, excuse me. I'm recording this during Worlds Weekend, which is very cool. Currently it's day 1. I think that will start the roads. It's 11:30 roughly currently, so yeah, probably. Well, actually no, depending on time zones, it might not be. If it was the same time zone, it would be. Anyway, what are we gonna do here? They could go their own Trick Room mode. I might. This is a bit of a weird one. You know what, let's start with Falinks. We'll do the cool strat first, I guess. That's right, they nickname still. They're from earlier. From the other video. Shadow Rider is not amazing, technically. Because of wide guard and such. Also, one of them is immune to ghost. Also resistant to psychic. Also, yeah, that's why the old it's better to do it. We'll do that, I guess. Yeah, you can also tell with the confetti in the background too. That is worlds. I guess just set up for that. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Okay, so does does Masquerade get Aqua Jet? Oh, well, say thanks for that. I forgot they could have Intimidate. Okay. Honestly, do we just go for no retreat immediately? I could go for Fake Out, but then they also just... I could go for Knockoff instead. Okay, well, no retreat, and then we'll go for Light Screen, I think. Yeah, and the next turn we can Terra Dark, so yeah, it is Upper Jet. Okay, so this isn't Trick Room mode, so that's good. That works out very well for us, because this lead is not very good against Trick Room. It's very funny they also crit. And they're also getting defense drop. Okay. Realistically, I probably could have just... Oh wait, Masquerade's got Upper Jet instead, isn't it? But it will be a +1 defense though, so if it doesn't... If they don't do enough damage here, then... Yep, okay, that's why we have a Sash, I guess, but... That's a little bit awkward. We don't have a priority move, sadly, so we can't just outspeed the Masquerade. Which I think we could, if we have one. I think we should be faster on +1, I think, but... I don't know. So... I'm going to protect, I guess, and then... Spirit Break? Yeah, we'll try and knock this out, I think. Obviously, that's not going to do enough, but... especially because it's most likely our Sash as well. So... It's a little bit annoying. I do really like the Falinks shiny, it looks so cool. I don't know if I like that one or the original colors more, though. I haven't played Falinks enough to really... have a general opinion on that, I think, but... Not general, like a proper one. Okay. Armor Cannon! KOs. Whoa. Now, they are going to absolutely Aqua Jet again, which is really annoying. It's really annoying that Falinks is in currently. Okay, what I might do is I'll wait, I think. Like, I'll go into this, protect, and then... I don't know, attack with this, I guess. guess I'll try and knock off. And then protect here. That way I can bring the Tinglu and then make it so that they have to do a bunch of damage to this thing to activate Witness Policy, and maybe we'll see from there. I don't know. It also depends how long Light Screen has as well. So I'm pretty sure. I think Grimmsnarl is Quiver Cloak. Oh. Okay, that's a thing. Alright, let's bring Tinglu in. I guess I could try. I could go for Fisher. That'd be very funny. I could also TRICKROOM. TRICKROOM wouldn't be too bad, actually. I think Fisher. I guess I'll go for a Throat Chop there, and then TRICKROOM. Yeah, because we should be faster. Like the Dust Mane should be faster than Rage anyway. They don't go for the whole massive damage into, well, maybe massive. We'll see. I tried to do quotations, but I don't think it's really because I easily could have just crit. Tailwind. Ooh, thanks for that. How about Elbozo? Well, not yet. There we go. Elbozo. Okay. So now we are Speedy Boy, just especially now that's Tailwind. And also, Marmora's a +2 speed anyway. Or maybe +1. I'm pretty sure it's +2, right? Yeah. Okay, but, wait. Alright, -3 defense and -2 special defense. Oh god. I guess what we'll do is... Well, it could... Terralo. I think it's worth 100, yeah. Little Sunsteel Strike there, then. Hopefully Light Screen's still up, I didn't really check. I also couldn't remember if the text came up saying it went down, so I don't know. We'll see. It would be good to get Reflect as well, I guess, but... Actually, I guess I could have done the turn that it went down, so... I don't know. Oh well. That's an Indeedee. Okay. So they're gonna reverse TRICKROOM, possibly? That might be a bit annoying. We'll see if they Terralo. They don't. They go for Wide Guard. I guess that would be for Bulldoze, which, to be fair, actually wouldn't be bad, actually. If I had Bulldoze here. Just in general. It does KO, obviously, because it's a -3 defense, I think. But it would have been very good, to be fair, to have Bulldoze on this team. I completely forgot that would actually be decent. Even I had the same idea with like Dialga ages ago. So I could have easily just done that. Got some decent damage. So they're either gonna follow me next turn or that's up TRICKROOM with Indeedee at least. Light Screen's gone. There we go. What's this gonna be then? Masquerade again. That's fair. I guess I'll just Throat Chop here then. And then... Sunsteel Strike. It's a bit annoying being at -1 here, but hopefully they can hit me super effectively soon. If they have Koga in the back, that's gonna be annoying. Just have access to Wide Guard, which is... I probably should have thought about that, actually. I really should have bought Avalok because of that. But... hopefully they didn't bring Koga. Which, I mean, with what they've won so far, they probably have. So I should check how many turns of TRICKROOM there is. Bug Buzz does a decent amount. And then leftovers, that'd be really funny if it was Witness Policy. I mean, that could have also given them a slight heart attack, maybe. So it did activate as soon as it hit. Alright, Lunala. They are going to Terra, I think, so... Should I go... Okay, let me just double check turns quickly. 2 more turns, go. If you're not... Actually, Ruination's not bad here, actually, hold on. Let's go for that, actually. And then... Yeah, we'll do that. There is a good chance that they... Yeah, they do Terra. Okay. A bit risky to go for Terra Fairy here. It is Terra Fairy. Okay, so I guess it makes sense if I went for Throw Chop instead. But I big brained it. Maybe. We'll see. Ruination. Luckily that gets... That doesn't really matter about Shadow Shield and Sunsteel Strike. Hopefully KOs. It's at -1. So it might not. It does, thank God. Is that crit? No, okay. Nice. And now there's all there's left is a half HP Muscrane. Which is going to maybe KO Tinglo if it crits especially. No, okay, not quite. It'd be really funny if a Ruination did exactly half HP, so I can just Ruination KO it. But, right, there goes Tailwind. We have one more turn in the Trick Room still. Yeah, we'll go for Sensible Strike, because I think I did over half before, from what I remember. Also, why was the... why did Tingly just look directly at the camera? Okay. Well, we get a win in. Sadly, Falinks didn't really do much. But, oh well. Well, hopefully we can get in. Like I say, look, this game, like, this video, I need to make sure that I can get Falinks doing stuff. Or at least Avalug, one of the two. Falinks is the main one. Hey, interesting. Also, it's very weird saying regular spectators on the side. But as you know, I actually read what the ability shield did properly. It didn't protect it from Tinglo, so I have to keep that in mind. So I'll give it Life Orb instead, but I have to keep that in mind though for those two and at the same time. I guess hopefully they'll have more I guess stat boost by then. Anyway, I think we just go Trick Room Room, I think, which is really annoying because I really want to use Falinks. But it just doesn't seem to want to do stuff, which is a bit annoying, but... Landorus and Koraidon, okay. So... I smell a Terror. That I probably need to do. Now, do I guess... Well, we'll go for Trick Room for sure, just whether or not I want to... Terror. I think we will, and then we'll fake out Koraidon, right? That could have Coca Cloak though. I don't know. Give it a go. Hopefully Koraidon's Life Orb or something. Oh no, we'll see. It'd be kind of annoying if they go for Sludge Ball as well, to be fair. If it's into that. They go for Brick Break, so... That works too. Okay, so... Good to know it's Cobra Cloak. It's funny I said that, but it just turned out to happen. Get Trick Room out. And now... I think we go for Avalug. Yeah, because I mean they have Sensia Storm, which isn't great for Avalok, but I could also just play Grass, but they haven't Terra'd yet, so it's interesting. I guess I'll attack that. I guess I'll just go for. I could go for Rock Slide. Hold on. That might be better, actually. Hold on. They go for Protect. Okay. Fair. They don't Terror. Rock Slide, obviously, doesn't do anything there. And then... It misses, of course. Why am I not surprised? They didn't Terror, though, so hopefully this does a decent amount. It does KO. Good. Good. That's a good start. Now, I guess next turn, depending on what they bring in, I could probably go for Mountain Gale instead. Light Golem would be bad as well, to be fair. If they bring in Ice Rider. Which is probably what I'm gonna have to do, I think. Yep, hello. So, in that case, I haven't used Terror though. I don't know why I keep saying that. They could. Okay, we'll go for the attack damage by God. Now, hopefully, it's not super public knowledge that Avalok gets Wyguard. I'm pretty sure it is probably, but okay, that's a decent damage at least. Glacial Lance doesn't do anything. They're gonna go for Sandsteer, or they're gonna like Sludge Bomb or something. It would be nice to get screens up in the end, but hopefully our ability is better enough. Okay, they go for Earth Power instead. Okay. Do we get the berry activate? No. Okay. Oh well. No, whoa, do not want to attack that. We'll attack there. And then risk the Mountain Gale. Avalok should be faster, right? Well, they just not ask me. They switch out anyway. Oh. That's a weird time. Why did that activate then? Okay. Wouldn't that activate when it gets switched in at least at the turns? Or like, as the turn starts? I don't know. It's very weird. Though I did also Sunsteel Strike into that, so at least it'll take down the Sash if it is, which I mean it should be because the Crylon's quote unquote. So yeah, I guess the only thing could be is like leftovers maybe. Or maybe Light Clay if it's light screen related, but yeah. I guess Mental Herb would make sense. Mental Herb makes sense as well. How many turns do we have left? 1. Oh god, okay. I guess I could go for Rock Slide. Well, target that and then Rock Slide. I mean, they're probably gonna Taunt, maybe. No, they're gonna Tailwind, okay. That is fair. I do go for Rock Slide, maybe KO both. Yeah, okay. Now, Ice Rider... Ice Rider could outspeed, possibly. But, depends what the next Pokemon is, really. Or that's the thing. Now, is it possible to set up... Again, that's the question. Oh yeah, Crylon went down, didn't it? Yeah, so it's just Ice Rider. In that case, I might just White Guard then and just Sunsteel. Oh, they haven't terrored, have they? Oh, they haven't terrored. We'll just go for that regardless then. And then... Well, I haven't the back Tingler. Oh. We'll go for White Guard anyway, I guess, but that can be annoying. I guess I could try to go Fisher. They just don't want the Terror. Oh wait, no, did they? They didn't Terror Crylon, did they? No, because I called them Fun Blaster. The guys over there. Okay, that's really interesting. Maybe they just haven't changed the Terror or something, so it just wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, I guess I'll just do the exact same thing again. Yeah, they just concede, yep. That's interesting, like, why didn't they Terror? I guess maybe the Terror types just weren't helpful, I guess, I don't know. Oh, okay. That's a lot. We'll go for Falinks though. Like, I want to get the game with Falinks stuff, okay? He hasn't done anything. This is, for context, this is the third battle I've recorded. It'll probably be the first one in the videos, because Falinks hasn't done anything for the other two, which you'll see later, obviously, but... I mean, there's a lot of special attackers, so that makes sense. Guess we'll go with that. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So they're probably gonna go for probably Trick Room with one of them. And go from there. So I guess I'll go for no retreat light screen. Do I tear it immediately? Yeah, you know what? Let's tear it immediately and see what happens. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't backstab me, but we'll see. Honestly, Terra Normal wouldn't be too bad. Just for Shadow Rider alone. But I feel like this is enough. Oh, no, okay. That might be a problem. What are they attacking if they don't do... Go for Psychic, that works well. Okay, cool. Which, I mean, you would have probably KO'd it anyway. I guess they were thinking, oh, I might outspin and go for that somehow. If they went for, like, T-Wave, like, well, no, sorry, if I went for T-Wave or something. Which honestly wouldn't be bad of a move to have on Grimstone, to be honest. But I feel like Fat Gal's just a bit more valuable in this case. Alright, so they might set up Trick Room. So we'll go for that and then Spirit Break, I guess. Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully they're choice. That'd be kind of funny, but doubt it. I don't know, we'll see what happens here, I guess. Because if they might have Moonblast. Does it get Moonblast? It'll tell me the Dragon Kiss. I don't know about if it gets Moonblast or not. Well, they do switch. So there's probably choice. Alright, it was Miraidon. Hello. Now, did they protect? That's the question. Oh, the defense boost is a bit annoying. We might crit. Or they switch, so the defense boost doesn't matter. That's very funny. So that hands, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we've still got a bit of damage in, I guess, with the, what is it? Spirit Break. So, also knock off the item, which I don't know what that is. Assault Vest, yeah. I think all of my Pokemon are physical anyway. That does a lot of damage though, that's good. Okay. So they are going to probably Fake Out. But what into, that is the question. We'll protect there. And I guess we'll just... I could reflect. I think we'll just go for... Oh, I should have probably attacked the Morelon, actually. Yeah. Might have been better. Well, maybe light screen's enough anyway, but we'll see. They go for that, which is really annoying. Maybe hands will go down depending on what they target. It is the Falinks, it seems. Yep. Okay, cool. What do they attack with Miraidon though? Both, because they claim. Okay. Let's hope this somehow survives. Is light screen gonna be enough? No, it's not. Okay, that's annoying. Alright, so... Well, Falinks will definitely outspeed the hands, but... We could set up Trick Room, possibly. Yeah, we'll go into this, set up Trick Room. It would have been good to go for Protect that turn as well. I'll survive the turn if they don't target the guy. So I guess we'll close combat then, and then Trick Room. Which is very risky because hands can easily just protect and it'll... If Trick Room does go off, then it'll be just a fast Pokemon. Just very risky, but we'll see what happens, I guess. God, what? I don't think I can KO... Oh. So, Falinks outsped the entire time. Somehow. I'm so confused. What? Okay. Well, there's Gleam, so I'll get Trick Room up regardless, which is kind of iffy with a +1 speed for Lynx, but I mean, I know they've got Shadow Eye, which I know I don't outspeed. So, well, I mean, I shouldn't outspeed at least. Get Trick Room up. Now Morellon does outspeed though, which is annoying. Actually, I can Sunsteel Strike though. So if I don't protect her, then it should be right. But alright, Baravia. Hello. In that case, I'll go for... No, they've already got their thing happened. Would knockoff still be stronger though? So it's basically 100 base power without the effective. This is like 180. They're both like 180. Knockoff is slightly stronger though. So we'll go for that. And then... Well, Sunsteel Strike, in case they don't protect. They do go for Foul Play though. It does survive, which does mean it does activate, which is good. Okay, this might be doable. Now, we should be faster, right? Yeah. It'd be very weird if Morellon was slower than Dustmane in the end. Without Trip Room. But yeah, that should KO unless it's Sash, which it isn't, thank god. Now, does Falinks do enough damage here? That's the question. Now, it doesn't have a defense boost now, which is good. Because the seed was already activated, but also does mean knockoff won't be doing much either. Well, as much. That's not bad. It's not bad. Light screen is gone now, which is annoying because Shadow Rider has to come in. But we are faster, so as long as it's not Sash, then we should be fine. Now I think I just go for a Protect, right? Yeah, we'll go for a Protect. And then Sunsteel Strike. Now I haven't checked the Trick Room zone, so there is a good chance they there's a good chance they protect just to slow down Trick Room a little bit. Or they could also just reverse it, to be fair. But no, unless they're Sash. Which they are, yeah. Yeah, Astral Barrage won't do anything there. And obviously, should probably KO here, I guess. Now that last screen's gone, especially. Though I've got Tinglu left now, so I don't think they can really hit very well. As far as I know. Oh, they reversed Trick Room. Okay. That's a bit annoying. Rain's gone. Well, that's a bit annoying. Well, Tinglu at least should be able to take some hits at least. Especially because the ability is active. So it could still just be possible. Now good. Well, close combat doesn't really matter in terms of defense, but drop does it. I mean, there's a slight chance we outspeed. Okay, I know knockoff will do enough there, so we'll do that. In case. We'll do that. Helping Hand, though. Oh, God. Okay. Astral Barrage. Oh, God. Please. Please don't KO Tinglu. Please. Oh. That did a lot less than I thought. Okay. Well. Okay, well. You did your job, Falinks. So long, soldier. Well, luckily we targeted the Cleric system. So the question is, do I go for Fisher? That'd be very funny. That is... It's not... Look, it's not BM if it hits. I'm gonna go for Throw Chop anyway, just in case, but... I don't want the BM, just in case if it does miss. No, they cancel, yeah. Falinks hit something! Yeah! I can't remember if it got KO or anything, but it's stayed around for a lot longer than I thought it would. Alright, well, here's the actual team. I'm pretty sure the code's probably different, but I'll hopefully remember to edit the code at the start to have this code, but, because the whole item shenanigans. But yeah, this is the actual team that I have been using for for 2 of the 3 after realizing the but yeah, this is a very fun team. Sadly, Falinks doesn't really get to do much very often, it seems. But hey, the rest of the team is very fun though. With it being like a Trick Room team, obviously, you get to use Avalok a lot. Also, having Tinglu there, being the fact that it can lower the special attack of everything is very nice, especially because there is a lot of special attacking Pokemon. Excuse me. Especially Shadow Rider. Like, Tinglu basically, well, it sort of walls Shadow Rider if it doesn't have enough boosts. Because I mean, unless it has Terra Blast for whatever Terra type has, or like a fairy move of some sort, or I think it's Giga Drain as well. But yeah, in that case, I guess you could just Terra. If it depends, if you know that they're choiced, then yeah, you can do that. But if they're Life Orb, then probably don't bother tearing because it's probably not gonna do. Unless you actually absolutely predict that they're gonna go for a super effective move that will KO you, which will then resist Terra, which I mean, if it goes for those 2 types, then it will. And then you're also guaranteed to be KOing Shadow Rider that turn. If that's not happening, don't do it. But yeah, anyway. Weakness Policy Necrozma is kind of underrated. Obviously it's not like a meta pick or anything, but for a Trick Room team where you can set up screens and have Tinglu, or maybe even Wei Qian, I guess, to lower the special attack and attack of the opponent, is very good. Like, well, I guess you could probably use Incineroar in that case. That's probably part of the reason why Tinglu's not Wei Qian's not used much. Because of Intimidate and Incineroar in general, I guess. But yeah, also Prism Up as well. Like, this thing is very bulky. It can just sweep if you can get Trick Room up, which I mean it's somewhat easily able to do it depending on what the lead is, I guess. Sometimes you get like mid to late game Trick Room as well, sometimes too. But yeah, sadly Falinks didn't do a crazy amount of things. Besides that, besides the one game, there was also one where it basically just died immediately, or like the first couple turns did nothing. But hey, Falinks, I can't remember if it did any damage, like if it KO'd anything, but hey, it survived a lot longer than you would think. I guess because everyone thought that Falinks not really much problem, which I mean, it's fair. Yeah, even though it has an Omni Boost, it's not very good in general, which is very sad. I think you have to get like multiple no retreats off for it to work properly, which is sad. But which I don't think you have enough turns to be able to do that really, even if it does survive the turn. Which I mean it has a chance to because of Sash, but depends I guess with Fake Out and such. But yeah, Avalok, very cool. The fact that it has access to Wide Guard and the combo with Sturdy and the Berry is very cool. Sadly the Berry doesn't activate a lot. I can't remember if it was in the video, but I did have one game at some point, like while I was doing stuff, I was testing. For some reason the Berry activated like halfway between the opponent switching. So they switched out the Pokemon, the Berry activated, and then the Pokemon got switched in. It's very weird. Not that it matters too much, it's still activated by the time everything, like, before Pokemon started moving, but, like, attacking and stuff, but, oh, that was very weird. Anyway, the combo with that Body Press is very cool. I don't know if Terra Fighting's the best Terra for Avalok in the end. It's more just because, you know, Body Press does more damage and it will, I was thinking of resistances, but there's not very many that it would resist. That it's already weak to, but yeah, I don't know. Terra Ghost wouldn't be too bad, to be honest. Maybe Terra Steel? Maybe? Probably not so much. But yeah, Terra Ghost would be good. Or maybe Terra Normal, even. Even though it's still weak to fighting, it's at least immune to Shadow Rider, which I mean, you've got White Guard, so actually Terra Ghost is better. Maybe Terra Dark. That wouldn't be bad either. Actually, it's the same thing for yeah, Terra Ghost. But yeah. I think the main change I might make to this team, possibly, or you can do the same thing if you decide to recreate this, because obviously, if you use the rental code, you can't change the team. But I'll probably change, besides the Terra stuff, I'll probably change Covert Cloak over to light clay possibly. I can't remember if the screen tones really matter too much in the battles I had for the video. I can't remember entirely. They might have run out like early at some point, which mattered. I don't know. But Covert Cloak didn't, I don't think really mattered too much in the end. Did it? Look, I just like having Clover Cloak on like my prankster Pokemon and stuff, or if I like the main setup Pokemon. Which I guess wouldn't be bad for Falinks either, but the Focus Sash is probably more important in that case. So, yeah. But hey, with that said, hopefully I somewhat did Falinks justice. Probably not. But yeah, maybe there's a way to build it somewhere else where I can do stuff. It's kind of sad though that you can't activate the find by like using a Pokemon, like the partner Pokemon is using like a stat lowering move into it. Sadly, doesn't work that way. It's the opponent that has to do it. Just annoying. So you can't like spam Defiant and stuff, but oh well. But yeah, hopefully someone can do Falinks justice if this wasn't enough, which I mean I wouldn't be surprised. And I got one game where I can't remember again if I can't remember if it did damage, but it definitely survived a long time at least. Hey, also Avalugg was hopefully Avalugg is a bit of a weird Pokemon. It's like not design wise, it's whatever. It's an iceberg. I mean, in this case, like a mountain, like an iceberg. I can't think for some reason. There we go. But yeah, it's a bit of like a not very used Pokemon. Obviously, there's a reason for it. It's just generally not very good. It has to be like a specific set for it to be amazing. While most Pokemon like Shadow Rider can have like some different sets. Shadow Rider is not like move wise isn't very different generally. It still depends if you want to go for the offense, which is basically what I have now, or like a Trick Room, either a Trick Room setter or like a Trick Room imprisoned Pokemon or something. For 2 offensive moves, or like Astral Barrage with Protect, but yeah. Avalanche is just like that weird thing where it just you have to play it a specific way for it to be good. But even then, like having that as a White Guard Pokemon is nice as well, because it's at least bulky on the physical side. Which is kind of sad because like most Pokemon are special attackers that are, you know, that are doing a lot of damage. So I guess it's where Sturdy comes in, but also priorities all over the place. So, no, I talked about that for way too long. Anyway, with all that said, comment down below, like down there, while I can do face cam stuff. Some funny Pokemon you want me to give a go. Obviously, Sunflora was so fun to play with. Falinks was like, it's a fun Pokemon to get set up, but like it's just too clunky for it to. It's not good enough. Like, even if its base speed was more than 75, then it would be okay, at least. But sadly, it's just too slow. But yeah. Some fun Pokemon for me to mess around with. Whether it's a very bad Pokemon, like Sunflora, that I can maybe make work. Who knows, maybe the next video is Go-Go. I don't know. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you did, and subscribe, it helps me out. It's free. Be cool to get to 100 subs by the end of the year. Can't remember where I'm at now, but I know it's below 100. It's double digits. Anyway, with all that finally out of the way, have a good rest of the day. See ya.